Namaste, great morning. It is now Friday, May 11th. Anyway, I wanted to put up a couple of things. I was speaking about Osho the other day. Hello. Did you come to give Mommy loves? Is it Mommy love time? Oh, he's got to give me Mommy loves every morning or else his day is not. Okay, all right. You give me Mommy loves. There we go. This is the morning thing. Every morning he's got to give me Mommy love. Okay, now are you happy? You gave me puppy kisses? Okay. I know you love the mama. I know you love. He just, if I don't let him give me loving in the morning, he gets upset. Yes, I know. You just love. It's a good boy. Yeah, it's a good boy. Yeah, he's just like, okay, come on. Come sit here. Come sit next to me. This is a good boy. Yeah, he's a good boy. You have to let me speak. You have to. He said, "No, I just want to have loves this morning." Okay, go sit next to your brother. Be a good boy. Come on. Sit next to your brother for a while. Good boys. Anyway, I was talking yesterday a little bit about Osho. And unfortunately, when he was in his early years, and I'll put up a few clips in the thing so you could see what I'm talking about. In the early years, what he was saying was quite fine. He has a talk about, a Buddha mind, going beyond the mind and into that stillness and what a Buddha is, and that talk was quite fine. But you'll see the other clip I put up, you'll see he's rambling. He's totally stoned out of his mind. You can see his eyes. Look at how his eyes have changed from the beginning to later when he was speaking. He was absolutely stoned. Okay? He was on Dilantin. He was doing the nitrous oxide gas. He didn't speak for a number of years. He was just fueling a drug addiction. Okay? And what he talked the later years was just rambling nonsense. Things just went downhill. It went downhill. So some of his early lectures when he was first starting, before he changed his garb, you can tell as his garb was changing, as his fashion was changing, you could see the mental state was also changing. Okay? So again, what he said in the beginning, some of his early talks were quite wonderful, quite right. But the further he got, the more he got into these drugs, and the more rambling, and the more disjointed everything became, and his ideation on how to break through, how to bring people through to realization only caused more bondage for a lot of people. It was this thing of just be free and be happy and do whatever you want to do, as he went. Like he said, he was conning. He conned a lot of people, unfortunately. Okay? So again, that's what reason I never recommend Osho. Never have. Because like I said, in the beginning, his talks were wonderful. There are some things you could put up, and they're right straight down the line, correct. I mean, absolutely beyond mind, what it is to be there, and his talks were great. But again, later, he kept seriously progressing downward until he came to the U.S. Antelope. At that point, he was so drug-fueled, so out of it, that you watch his things continue to degrade. His talks continue to degrade. His eyes become more and more glassy. His speech become more and more slow. It wasn't because he was in a state of, I'm such bhava, it wasn't drugs. He went from talking like this, that the mind is in stillness, to be like, the mind is in stillness. And it was, no. It was, again, I'll put the links up. You can see for yourself what I'm talking about. You can see clearly a distinctive change in where he's at. If you can feel energy at all, you can concentrate on his face there, and you can feel the energy from the beginning, and then later you could feel the energy in the later things, that he's clouded, he's foggy. There's, it's not, things are no longer rational, things are no longer coming from clarity. It's coming from a drug-induced mental haze. So, again, I'm going to leave this here, but I just wanted to say, some of Osho's talks in the beginning were wonderful. Absolutely right, straight, right on what he was saying. But again, as he progressed, things kept degrading. And unfortunately, again, the practices he was giving weren't aiding people. I mean, there were fist fights there were broken bones, there were rapes, there were, you have things coming out now for children that were there, that were abused, that were molested. I mean, so many things happened there, and many documentaries out now. You can see what took place. I mean, just crazy people rolling around there naked, having sex, having orgies in the middle of the floor. I mean, it was just a lot of insanity of drugs, sex, and drama. Okay. So when you give a people a license to do anything they damn well please and say they're spiritual, it's like, a great big, what do they call it, like a drug-fueled party every day with no restrictions, okay? That's all it was, like a drug-fueled party with no restrictions and open and free sex, okay? It was insanity, okay? Just basically, it was not like an ashram. It was just an absolute insane place of people getting together and playing, okay? It wasn't cutting through anything. It wasn't cutting through anything. So I'm going to leave this up. Namaste, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Again, some of his early lectures are quite wonderful. If people wanted to listen to those, they're quite well done, quite nice. But again, you have to really filter through what's coming from clarity versus what's coming from the drug-fueled drama that happened later years.